Hi everyone, it's Michelle from Take on Bar Exam Coaching, and welcome back to my channel where we talk all things bar prep. Today we're tackling a topic that impacts so many of you: stress during high pressure situations like the bar exam and law school exams. If you're new here, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss future bar exam tips. So let's get started. Have you ever noticed that you do really well during practice tests, but suddenly it's test day and your brain feels like it's on vacation? Well, you're not alone, and that's why we're having this discussion. Stress can seriously mess with your performance, and today we're going to break down why that happens and, more importantly, what you can do about it. So here's the plan. First, I'm going to explain a little bit about the science of stress. Remember, I'm a lawyer, I'm not a scientist, but I'm going to explain how it affects your ability to perform on tests, right? To perform at the bar exam. Then we'll compare the practice environment to the real exam. And then finally, I'm going to give you some strategies to help you stay calm and to score higher on test day. Dr. Andrew Huberman, he's a professor of neuroscience at Stanford University, and he's got a really popular podcast called the Huberman Lab Podcast. Well, he explains that when you're under stress, your brain enters a heightened state of alertness. And so this is why you might feel scattered or overwhelmed during high pressure situations. He's also explained that one proven technique to reduce stress is cyclic sighing. It's a type of breath work that involves taking 2 quick inhales through your nose, followed by a long exhale through your mouth. Okay, so I'll do it with you. I'm feeling good. It calms your nervous system in just a few minutes. All right, so let's talk about what's actually going on in your brain when you're stressed. When you're stressed, say during the bar exam or on final exams in law school, your body releases cortisol. This is part of the fight or flight response. While this might help you to make the decision to run from that lion, it's terrible when it comes to answering questions in an exam. Cortisol can reduce your working memory, which makes it harder to recall important legal rules or analyze fact patterns. And it also messes with your cognitive flexibility, right? That's your ability to problem solve and adapt to new situations. Translation: stress can cause you to freeze up, second guess yourself, and make stupid mistakes at the bar exam or on your law school finals. All right, so let's compare 2 situations: practice tests and the real exam. So scene 1, you're practicing at home or you're in your study group. The stakes are really low. You're relaxed, you're focused, and you're probably thinking clearly. You might even pause to think through tricky questions without any time pressure. And then scene 2, it's the bar exam, say, or the final exam, right? It's test day. It's a whole other story. You've got a ticking clock, hundreds of questions to get through, and a tiny little voice in your head that's whispering, "What if I fail?" This high pressure environment triggers your stress response. It makes it harder for you to stay calm and methodical. And so even if you know the material, it can feel like your brain short circuits. Dr. Angela Duckworth, she's a researcher on performance psychology, and she emphasizes that resilience is built through repeated exposure to challenging situations. In her book, Grit, the Power of Passion and Perseverance, she explains how consistent effort in the face of adversity leads to long-term success. And so what that means is simulating exam conditions during your practice sessions can prepare you for the real thing. As a law professor and bar exam coach, I've worked with so many people, and I've heard this example so many times. well, when I was practicing, I was scoring 70%, 75%, 80%, and then I failed the multiple choice side of the exam, right? Because my scores dropped by 20, 30 points. The culprit? Yep, you guessed it. Stress. This is such a common experience, but it's not something that you have to accept. You can learn to manage stress and improve your performance under stress. So let's talk about strategies to manage stress. Strategy 1 is to simulate exam conditions. Dr. Anders Ericsson, a psychologist who's known for his research on high performance, found that the best performers simulate real conditions during practice. He's got a book called Peak. I can link it down below, but Peak, Secrets from the New Science of Expertise. And in it, he explains how deliberate practice can help individuals achieve high performance under pressure. And so, if you create high pressure environments with strict time limits, that's going to help your brain adapt to stress before the real exam. Strategy 2 is about breathing and mindfulness techniques. So John Kabat-Zinn, who is the founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, emphasizes that mindfulness can improve focus and reduce anxiety. In his book, Wherever You Go, There You Are, he explores practical ways to incorporate mindfulness into daily routines. And so, regularly practicing techniques like deep breathing and meditation can help you stay present and calm. The third strategy is to disrupt negative self-talk. And so, Mel Robbins teaches the 5-second rule. And so if you're telling yourself that you can't do something, we're going to disrupt the negative self-talk with the 5-second rule by counting backward from 5 and immediately taking action, whether that's starting that tough question or moving on from that problem onto the next one. You can also disrupt negative self-talk with your body language. All right, so Dr. Amy Cuddy, right? She's done some research and it shows that posture and physical movement can influence your confidence. And so just taking a few moments to adjust your posture and shake out tension, that can improve your mindset, right? That can disrupt the negative self-talk before you walk into the bar exam. Strategy number 4 is learn to manage time pressure. In Atomic Habits, James Clear emphasizes how small, consistent actions can condition the brain to remain calm and focused under pressure. And so, in a nutshell, how do we handle stress, right? How do we apply the things that we've just been talking about? Here's a quick summary. You want to simulate exam conditions. Practicing with strict time limits is going to build stress resilience. Use cyclic sighing. So Dr. Huberman's breathing technique, use it to calm your nervous system. Incorporate mindfulness. Focus on the present through deep breathing and awareness exercises. Disrupt negative self-talk. Use the 5-second rule. Focus on your body language. Develop a routine. Create habit strategies that condition your mind for high performance. Consider reviewing this checklist before each of your study sessions or your mock exam sessions, because that's going to help you stay mentally prepared and focused. Don't just focus on questions, you have to also focus on your mental state too. And if you need more personalized help, check out my bar exam coaching services. I'd love to help you reach your full potential and pass the bar exam. And when you arrive at your final exam and the bar exam, remember you've done the work. Now it's just about trusting yourself, staying present, and taking it one question at a time. You've worked so hard to get this far. Trust yourself, stick to your plan, and keep pushing yourself forward. If this video was helpful, please give it a like, comment below with maybe your biggest takeaway from what I've had to say today. And consider subscribing for more bar exam tips. When you comment, when you subscribe, that tells me that you like the content and that this is the sort of thing that's helping you. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care of yourself. See you next time. Bye.